shielding my eyes from the snow. Thick, heavy, wet snow. Very wintry here at Clonsnochta today. Clon meaning meadow or field in Irish Gaelic, and Snochta meaning snow. So Clonsnochta living up to its name today. The snow is very heavy and temperatures aren't that cold, which is just as well, because I'd estimate that during the past 12 hours we've actually had more precipitation than during Storm the Beast from the East in 2018. So none of the eucalyptus are suffering. It was colder a few weeks ago and the heavy snow was sticking to the leaves. They are leaning, bending over slightly, but eucalyptus are very bendy. And as I say, temperatures are mild and it's melting more or less on impact. Even with it melting, that's probably a good 8 centimetres. So perhaps if it wasn't melting this fast, and just to give you some idea of how fast it's melting, squelch, squelch, splash, splash, very wet. It is probably quite warm in this vicinity for some reason, even though, look, fox prints, fox footprints. This one's leaning over, though I did tie one of these biodegradable bags to it to see if it would biodegrade. It's been biodegrading in inverted commas for almost 3 years now. I did stick some organic material in the bottom of it. It's completely putrefied, but the bag itself is intact and not leaking. They are useful. I use them for packing my eucalyptus orders. I'm not going to change brand. They're inexpensive and effective, but I very much doubt if they're biodegradable in a reasonable amount of time. I might put it on the ground to see if it biodegrades further. But as you can see, interesting patterns here on the trees where the snow's accumulating and melting. Ah, the crow is just taking off there. Certainly coming down heavy. Wonder where the cows are sheltering. Despite people's concerns about eucalyptus, the cows seem to congregate there. Well, the farmer must have taken the cows away. The field is open. Very wintry. And it's coming from the easterly direction, so it doesn't look as though it's going to let up anytime soon. I have a few tweaks I'd like to make to the boiler stove central heating installation, though I'm so pleased that I managed to get it all up and running before this cold weather arrived. In comparison with the previous stove that I had, which wasn't a boiler stove, there's really no comparison. The previous boiler stove used to take the chill off the surrounding area, and it was very effective and I was grateful to have it. I haven't had central heating for the past 3 years, and the past 2 winters have been challenging. Now with this boiler stove, it's a very efficient boiler stove. I'd estimate I'm burning perhaps half as much wood again as the previous stove, though the whole house is now warm. I'm opening the windows in the morning to let the fresh air in. I have plenty of hot water, So just so grateful this has worked out so well. I even get free boiled water in the kettle just by leaving it standing on the top. Just fantastic, really pleased. I'll leave you with snow clearing from the Beast from the East storm. Quite incredible just how much the eucalyptus have grown and this place has changed since the Beast of the East storm 6 years ago in 2 months' time. And now, as you can see, eucalyptus don't take long in getting on with it. I've cut back these gunnii in the foreground here several times, so they would be easily twice the height. As you can see from the inset, they were just plugs 30 centimetres tall just after the Beast from the East or during the Beast from the East. Just fantastic. As always, thanks for taking the time, always appreciated.